What's going on, team? Back again with another workout review. Crushed some arms, did a little bit of some higher volume, completely deviated from our typical routine because normally I think I would probably have taken a rest day, but just had some extra energy, so I wanted to get in and do some sort of workout. So because of that, did some arms and crushed it, had a really good time. Before we get into the workout, as always, make sure you are subscribed with those notifications turned on. You do not want to be missing out on all these daily videos. I did an extra one for you guys today with some stretching involved, but make sure you guys are again subscribed with those notifications turned on. And also don't forget to don't forget to follow my Instagram and also like the Facebook page. There's again a ton of information on both of those that doesn't make it into these full videos, so you don't want to be missing out on those guys as well. Getting right into it, we crushed some arms today. Like I said earlier, I did completely deviate from our typical workout routine and plan. I will say arms is one of the harder workouts to do along that plan, just because some of the exercises, like a heavy compound motion for your arms, like exists, but it's not exactly what you might typically think of for a arm workout, a bicep or tricep exercise. They're kind of isolated just by nature, but you can still do it, and I'll show you one of the exercises that kind of fits that. But again, don't get too worried. Today totally could have been a rest day. I was just feeling like I had some extra energy, so let's kick off this arm workout. Of course, warmed up with some proper stretching this time to hopefully not get another micro injury, but then I got right into some skull crushers. A couple little notes here is, as I'm doing this workout review, I'm actually gonna have the clips here actually full screen for you guys to see a little bit more in depth, just so you can really notice the angles and position that I am in. So with that said, what I did, you see Lane here walking around, what I did was had the bench angled up in a little bit of an incline this way to just kind of protect my shoulder. It just feels a little bit better on my shoulder for me, but still keeping those elbows tucked in and arms straight up. So again, you can see that I have that little bit of an incline for just, again, my shoulder to be a little bit more stable. Felt really good. I love starting the exercise with those skull crushers. They're kind of like a classic again for me. But like I mentioned before, a compound heavy exercise for arms is difficult, but not impossible. One of my favorites is for the triceps to actually do a close grip bench. So basically just having your arms having your hands a little bit more narrow than your shoulders. Again, you can kind of see here in the clips that it's not my typical width for my grip on that bench, but still moving through just like a classic bench, a little arc in my back. You can see my shirt's not quite tucked in there, my little belly's showing. But anywho, close grip bench, again, pretty standard, pretty classic, just keeping those elbows tucked in, not flaring out wide and having that more narrow grip. So that felt pretty good, and then moved over to some cables. So still focusing on the triceps, I would say that I typically lean a little bit more so tricep heavy on my arm workouts. That's just mainly my own preference, I'll say. Yes, technically your triceps are bigger and require a little more work to kind of get fully worked. But anywho, with these cables, I did some overhead cable tricep extensions. So again, still kind of at a more upright angle. I wasn't completely bent over, wasn't completely flat there with my back. So again, just trying to protect my shoulder a little bit. Went a little lighter on these tricep extensions just because, again, not to repeat myself, my shoulder does not feel the most stable, especially doing this type of overhead position. So I think I did between like 12 and 20 repetitions, somewhere in there, but really focusing on that squeeze. With the arm workouts, I always prioritize getting that good squeeze at the top of all of these reps. Overall, loving those, and then moved on to still keeping that cable, but did just some regular tricep extensions. These are actually something that I'll warm up my arms with, just going super light, but here I'll actually incorporate a little bit more of some resistance to actually get a full kind of workout or full exercise in there. So kind of starting to wind down on the triceps, but I did both. You can see here in the clips coming up soon in a second, but both grips. So overhand, kind of normal pushing down grip, but also underhand. So this kind of works what is kind of just called a reverse tricep extension, but a little bit of a different angle. Always me with different angles and squeezes. You guys are probably getting pretty used to those terms, but yeah, just kind of in these clips, you can see I'm working both of those angles. Now I did start to superset these tricep extensions with a bicep curl because I'm starting to kind of work in the biceps to finish out this arm workout. Got to even out both sides, of course. So with the bicep curls, I just did some regular dumbbell curls. I did a little bit of a rotation, so starting with like a neutral grip and then going up into your typical kind of pinkies up grip. I would say a little trick and tip to these bicep curls or any bicep curl is to really pull through your pinky. So as you come up, try to bring what I'll say is your pinky to your shoulder. It's really going to help you get the biggest and most efficiency and, you guessed it, squeeze out of that bicep. Those all felt really good, and then you'll see here that I moved into a barbell curl. So with this barbell curl, I went pretty heavy and really focused on the decline or the eccentric motion of this curl. So got it up, a little bit of what I'll say body English, a little bit of some cheating. I did rock just slightly just to get that weight up. Try to keep it as controlled as possible, but as you can see, my elbows shot up just a little bit and then really slow on the way down. Again, really focusing on that eccentric, that kind of lowering down the motion of that exercise. So overall felt really good on those. And then I believe I just finished it out with some more bicep curls and then tricep extensions with the dumbbells. So again, pretty classic exercise here, pretty classic arm workouts, arm exercises, nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. Again, as always, I kind of want to just remind you guys that as you can see with some of these exercises, I just changed up either the grip or an angle. So I didn't change up the whole exercise, but just modified it slightly to make it a little bit more ideal for me and what feels good for me. So, sorry, I get some banging here in the gym, but point is you really want to make sure that you're taking small little modifications or adapting, exercises that again feel best for you. I mentioned this before in some other videos and posts. I don't want you guys to blindly follow me or blindly follow your favorite fitness professional just because they're saying, something. It's really about taking that information and learning about how to adapt it to yourself. So with that said, please feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it, but also comment any questions you guys have. I really want to start to have a little bit more of a discussion based around each one of these videos so you guys can really kind of nitpick me a little bit more as far as my thought process and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Again, the point of these daily workout routines and reviews is just to let you guys know what I'm up to for these 30 days in this transformation, but also to give you a little bit of some ideas and inspiration to try some stuff on your own. Well, again, with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, be sure to subscribe with those notifications turned on. Follow me on my Facebook and my Instagram as well. Don't want to be missing out on all this information coming to you guys for the next 2/3. I think we're about a third away through this 30-day transformation. Anyways, had a great day today. Hope you guys enjoyed this double video banger for the day. And of course, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, team. Peace.